Hey there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here. I am so happy that you have joined us today for a weekly reading. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I hope you like my setup. I'm doing this for the month of October. Wanted to change things up again. I really feel the positive, heightened change in energy here. So I figured I'd put more of a fall-y Halloween type theme. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. For those of you who've never seen this, it's a new setup. Okay, so I lost my train of thought. I haven't done this intro in a while now. I'm just like going crazy here. To my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love and support. I cannot thank you enough for supporting this channel and for, putting positivity into this channel. It's growing quite a bit, and I am so grateful to each and every one of you, not only for subscribing, but for making these amazing comments and for the views. And I know some of you are watching my videos more than once, and I know they're lengthy, but they're lengthy for a reason. So I am so grateful for your time in watching these videos, and I'm so grateful to all of you, especially those who've subscribed and who keep coming back to my channel to give me that love and support. I send you so many blessings and so much love for that. I am truly grateful, not only to have this channel, but to be able to do this work for you. So yeah, the only thing that I have left to say is, if you would like a personal reading with me, go ahead and check out the description box below for that information. Or you can go to capellawellness.com, check out the service suite or the packages that I offer. All right, guys, with that being said, happy Halloween. Let's get into your reading. Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. How's it going? I hope you're having a great week. I also wish you a very happy Halloween if you celebrate happy Halloween. If you celebrate Halloween. Be safe, enjoy. It's kind of crappy it's on a Sunday, but there's nothing we can do about that, right? It is what it is. Anyway, I hope you have an enjoyable one if you do participate in that. I also wish you an awesome weekend, and I send you many blessings and much love for this week, okay? All right, Scorpio, if you've never been here before, what we're going to do is we're going to see what your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on, what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that's what this is about. Stick around to the end so you can see what's coming to you with regards to love, what your wellness tip of the week is, what the new moon in Scorpio is bringing. The new moon's going to be in your sign, Scorpio. That occurs on November 4th, depending on where you are in the world. And then we will close out your reading with a super attractor card to give it a little boost. All right, let's see. Cancer. I'm sorry, I just did Cancer. Scorpio. Maybe you have Cancer in your chart, or you're dealing with a Cancer. Ooh. We have the Lantern Fairy, number 24. 4 plus 2 is 6. Something about peace, balance, and harmony here. Every time I see the Lantern Fairy, it reminds me of the Hermit card, right? Maybe some of you need to go into hermit mode. Maybe you need to start really reevaluating your life and thinking, okay, where's my life going? What do I want to do? Some of you might be getting insights, awareness, and downloads like High Priestess, Ace of Swords, into ideas as to how to become more spiritual or to really think about what your true destiny is. Because I'm feeling for some of you, Scorpio, you're kind of conflicted. It's like you're thinking, what direction should I really be heading in? It seems like some of you may have been trying things over and over again. And I think there was a reading that you guys had where you were trying to control the Wheel of Fortune and it wasn't working. Maybe some of you have realized, yeah, it's not working. I got to do something different. Okay. Maybe some of you are starting to embark on things where it's like, I need to stop trying to take control of things. Let me try something different finally. Let me see what my light is, what my destiny is, something like that. And when you go into hermit mode, you start really thinking about your life's experiences. What worked, what didn't work, what probably might work if I go this route. Some of you may be doing a lot more meditation and trying to just calm your mind and see what comes to you, where you're going to get these epiphanies, right? Because when you go into hermit mode and you isolate yourself from the chaos of the world, you spend time in solitude, you start really thinking and reevaluating and thinking about life and saying, you know, I can't talk. What should I really be doing? What is God calling me to do? Okay. You get these clear solutions, as it says here, a clear solution. When you go into that mode and you start to realize that maybe you say to yourself, why am I following what everybody else is doing? Why am I following somebody else's light, somebody else's destiny? Is it because somebody told me that was what my destiny was? Is it because everyone else seems to be following the same type of light? It's kind of like a moth to a flame. You put those lights out there and it attracts all these bugs and everything. But you're getting to the point, Scorpio, where it's like, I don't want to be attracted to that light. I want to follow mine. That's what I'm getting with this. So this is about finding your own path and knowing that, you know, that light within you is going to lead you there. Because just like there's something sparking within you, Scorpio. I see Ace of Wands with this. There's like this little jolt of electricity, of energy that's starting to emanate from you, and you're wondering what that is. It's like, what? Something's calling me towards something. It's calling me towards something. And some of you are very intuitive. You could be very psychic as well. Okay. You can remove these old patterns about yourself. You can remove all of these limiting beliefs about yourself, right? It's embarking on that new journey, like the Fool. And you're just going to go, let me do this journey. I'm not going to give in to fear. I'm not going to listen to what anybody else does. And I'm going to do what is right for me, what is right for Scorpio. I'm finally going to listen to my heart and say, you know what? To hell with this. I need to really go explore something different because what I've been doing hasn't been working. Okay. But there's also calling for a sense of trust here. Trust and faith, right? Taking that leap of faith. Trusting in where this calling is leading you towards. Trusting and understanding and having faith that this unknown you're about to go through is kind of like the Moon card. This new journey you're going to embark on, like the Fool card as well, that all is going to be well. And all will be well, Scorpio, when you follow that light. And I've said before in other readings, I might have said it in yours, don't knock it until you try it. But again, you're going to have to have faith and trust in this. You're going to find your freedom when you really go within and start seeing clearly now what your path is supposed to be. And make sure you don't allow those lower vibrational energies to get to you. All right. Refrain from any anger, resentment. Maybe forgiveness needs to be called here. Forgive other people, forgive yourself. Because when we have lower vibrational energies in our heart chakra cannot expand, it cannot evolve, it cannot grow, it cannot heal. And having a completely healed heart chakra is the gateway to having everything. It's about unconditional love. And that is so hard for so many people to do. Trust me, I know it's hard. And you can still have a little bit of anger and be like, oh my God, whatever. But here's the thing. You have to clear that out quickly. And that takes some time to master. Okay? So now it's time to clean up things. Start a new path, but start on a better footing this time. Start to build something with a more solid foundation, kind of like Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles, the Emperor card even, right? Taking control of the situation. You are the driver of your destiny. You are the chariot. You are the charioteer. And God is helping you guide that chariot to where you need to be. You're also the magician. You already have everything you need, Scorpio, to embark on this journey. Trust in the light, because whatever light that's sparking within you, it's for you and you alone. That's God speaking through you, saying, Scorpio, I am here. Just take that leap of faith. Trust in me, have faith, trust in this light that is, lighting up inside. So make sure that going forward, that you are worthy of a beautiful life, of a blissful life. Every single one of us is. It's just a matter of releasing ourselves from the devil, because the devil wants to keep us in this dark place. He wants to keep us overworked. He wants to keep us family. He wants to keep us maybe away from our families. He wants to keep us from our happiness, joy, contentment, having fun, not giving into fear. It's like the Matrix. God didn't intend for us to live the lives that a lot of people are living now. He didn't. If you think about how the world was created, and if you go back in history, there weren't commutes, there weren't 9-to-5 jobs, right? And yeah, I get there's evolution, but we could have probably done it a lot better if there wasn't so much control of the masses. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. You got to find your truth. Follow your light. All right? It's your truth, your light, your path. It's not anybody else's path. It's yours. So whatever this is, Scorpio, it's time to follow your light. You kind of know what that is. Some of you, it's a little bit foreign to you because you've never really done that. Again, that's for some, not for all. Remember, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else, okay? You were led here for a reason. There's something here that's going to be beneficial to you, even if it's one line that I say. Trust me, it's happened to me. If a reading pops up in my feed and I'm like, this doesn't, and I'm honest with myself, right? I was like, that's not even going on. And then one person says one sentence, I'm like, oh, that was my message. So maybe that might be for you, Scorpio. But I'm getting a lot of you are starting to realize that you need to start following your own path. And some of you do need to get into hermit mode to really get a better understanding of that. So the bottom of the deck is this. I love this card. Ángel de los Muertos. Transitions to the spirit realm. I was talking about tapping more into your spirituality, right? Transitioning to the spirit realm. Some of you are really starting to explore this, okay? Which is fantastic. And I know it's not easy, guys, because, being raised Catholic and stuff and doing tarot, it's like, what the hell is that? You're going to go to hell. No. I mean, the angels and God have proven to me time and time again that this is like, I'm sure I would have was combusted into flames by now if that was the case, or my life would be in total destruction if I was living a life in like a complete sin or just doing some really, really horrible things, but that's not the case. So tapping more into the spirit realm was very foreign to me. It was very different, but it was also very liberating and very rejuvenating and renewing. It was just amazing how tapping into that was freeing myself of this bondage that I thought I was tied to with regards to the devil. And I really wasn't. So for some of you, yeah, this is you really starting to look into things more and not really being too logical about it, not being overly, it's like not overthinking this, not trying to fit the mold, right? Not being a follower, starting to realize that you are the leader. You've been the leader the whole time, and that you can walk your own path and you shouldn't care about what anybody else says about it. And this is about, following your life's purpose. What is it that I'm called here to do? What is my destiny? Star card. where you're going to have the support of the universe, of God, the angels, everyone who is on your team. As long as you have trust and faith and you just take those steps to move forward towards your life purpose, your life is really going to change drastically for the better, Scorpio. It did for me. If it did for me, it's the same for you. It's time to move in that path and not being afraid of following your destiny, okay? It was meant for you and you alone. When people really follow their heart, like the Knight of Cups, and they go after their Holy Grail, what's going to fulfill them? They go after that Ace of Cups, and you know, people might think, what the hell are you doing? You're going to be doing that. Trust me, I've been there. If you don't already know, I was a systems engineer for a very long time, and people thought I was crazy to be doing something like this, to be more into the spiritual side of things and have a wellness business, but tie spirituality and tarot into it. But you don't see me in flames. You don't see me complaining. You don't see me all like upset and cursing the world and cursing people and God knows what else. If you can feel my energies tend to be high vibrational. Unless I'm channeling something very serious, which I did in a Gemini reading, and it got very heavy. But when I'm not really talking, I am channeling. And I get a lot of messages from my guides. I'm very strongly connected to the angelic realm specifically. Okay? But it's never too late to start your life's purpose. I'm 41, guys, if you don't already know. I started my full healing journey at 35. I started living my life's purpose at 39, 40. So it hasn't been that long, has it? Nope. Time is an illusion anyway. So it's not too late. Some of you are about my age, maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger. And you're thinking, starting my life's purpose now? It's too late. It's not too late, Scorpio. It is never too late. You still have a good amount of time on this earth, and God wants you to live it to the fullest. He wants these massive blessings for you. All right. Energy is always changing. Things are always changing, but you got to go with the flow of that, like the Temperance card. Learn to work with those energies instead of trying to combat them, which is why I talked earlier about the Wheel of Fortune trying to control that, okay? This is about a death and rebirth for you. And Scorpio, that's what you're about. And it's so appropriate because we are in Scorpio season, okay? And some of you are kind of like, there's a little bit of fear here. It's like, I don't know. Like, I'm going to start this now? Is this really going to work for me? Don't give in to that fear. Again, I've been there. I'm living my best life. It's just amazing that the route that I ended up taking, right? I did not expect to be doing this ever, but God opened my eyes to that because I went into hermit mode and I found those clear solutions and started to realize what my true path was. All right. And even everything that I went through in life, the divorce, being a single parent, I'm helping other divorced individuals, other single parents too. That's why I had to go through what I did, so that I can assist others with that and to give them empowerment and encouragement that life is not over, especially when you get divorced, especially when you are living life as a single parent, especially when you are older and you haven't found true love yet, or you know that the career you've been working in for forever and a day is not for you. It is never too late for anything. It is never too late to follow your life's purpose. All right. Okay, let's see what we need to focus on for this week. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What does Scorpio need to focus on for this week, please and thank you? Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Wow. Wow. Look what showed up. Wheel of Fortune. I believe, Scorpio, you might have had Wheel of Fortune in the avoid position before. Trying to control. What did I say? I think you guys are realizing this. That trying to control everything in your life has not been working. Okay. Destiny, fate. You are fated to do what you are destined to do. You will get your jackpot, your karmic rewards when you let go of the wheel and you let Jesus take over, right? You let God take over. You do your part and God does the rest. The angels do the rest, all right? This is about making those decisive moments and following your destiny. And look, here's that face. You're like, I don't know what's gonna happen, what's gonna come next. But you gotta trust. The wheel turns in your favor when you trust and you have faith. Okay. This is also about having optimism because Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. This is also about expansion too, right? And it's a 10, right? It's a 10. Endings and beginnings. Completion, guys. There's a sudden, exciting shift happening in your life right now. And God wants you to take that. And look, here's the awesome thing with this. We have the King of Pumpkins, which is the King of Pentacles. This is about mastering manifestation or manifesting. This is about mastering healing of the self. This is focusing on your well-being, your health, on your pentacles, building for yourself. What this is also telling me is that some of you who are a little bit skeptical, or you're concerned, or you're afraid that following this light, your calling, is not going to be prosperous or lucrative or fruitful. We have the King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of money here. A lot of good luck, a lot of great fortune with these energies, Scorpio. You just have to trust. And even if it sounds crazy, because maybe you're going to be doing something no one's ever done, doesn't matter. Usually when people do that, if you want to look at Steve Jobs or Bill Gates or Elon Musk, when people do things that no one has ever done, they take that leap of faith, they take that risk. But they know that it's their destiny because they're being called to do it. And you know, that people ridiculed them a lot too. Did they not? Yeah. But did they listen? No. So many people are like that. But those are the three that come to mind. And we're talking about what they've created, okay? Let's not get into their personal lives or what they're saying or anything. No, we're not doing that. I'm talking about that they followed their light, their gut. They knew what they were destined to do already, and they went through with it, not caring about anybody thought. It's the same thing for you, Scorpio. It's going to be very prosperous. There's material wealth here. But this is also about you starting to get more grounded, to being more financially stable. Because maybe for some of you, your finances are kind of like out of whack. Maybe because you've been trying to control things too much. And you've been getting hit by the negative karma when it comes to finances. That's for some of you here, not for all of you. Remember, it's a general reading, okay? Take what resonates, leave it, what doesn't for somebody else. But be honest with yourself. Because you can't grow and evolve. You can't hit that jackpot if you're going to be dishonest with yourself, pretending that everything is fine and that you don't need to work on something. Trust me, I've already done that enough times. Didn't get me anywhere before. So a lot of you have to really start valuing yourself, your worth, You have the Midas touch, Scorpio. You do. You always have. There's something about you guys here that you're going to be building or creating. Maybe it's your own business with something. It's going to bring a lot of fortune. Whatever you touch turns to gold, Scorpio. And maybe you probably didn't think that before, but maybe you're starting to realize that you do. You're starting to believe in yourself more. You're letting those false beliefs fall away. You're starting to explore more about your spiritual side, about your gifts, where you're going to build something tangible, something great from it. But start working on that mastery. There's also spiritual mastery here too with the Hermit as well. 8 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. Doing what you love. Building a business out of it. Building something out of it. Innovating something, okay? Doing something that somebody hasn't done before. And then when you get to the 8 of Pentacles, you're going to be working that craft like it's no big deal. You're going to master some skills and you are going to love what you do. And you're going to be so immersed in this creative process. It's going to raise your vibration and the universe is going to pick up on that. And the universe is going to start working its magic with you. And what's awesome here is what I had said. It's the Star card. You're having 2 major arcana here, guys. You see, this is totally fated and destined. You gotta follow that light. This is destiny all over the face, all over the place. I was gonna say fate. Can't make it up, guys. This is Aquarius energy here. Ruled by Uranus. Uranus is like brings in the destruction, says, you know what, I'm breaking these things down so that Scorpio can finally get in their path. I'm having them open their eyes to realizing that they need to follow their own light. Okay? And again, sudden changes. Uranus is about sudden things happening. Okay? There's exciting new beginnings that are happening in your life, Scorpio. It's time to get to work. Because again, you have the Midas touch. It's a king, guys. A king and a major arcana and another major arcana at the bottom of the deck. And what did I say about hope, trust, and faith? You got to have faith with this. And I believe I already said you are greatly supported by God, the angels, the universe here. Okay? This is also about learning more about chakras is what I heard. It might sound foreign to you again. But some of you need to recalibrate your chakras too. I do offer chakra healing on my website. It's in the healing section of my Capella service suite. Okay. I also have a tarot package with regards to helping you with healing on all areas, whether it's chakra healing, relationship healing, ancestral pattern healing. Okay. But this is really also about healing, renewal, and rejuvenation. This is kind of like starting over because in the Rider-Waite card, the woman in the card is naked, right? Being reborn. You're going to be starting something new and you're finally going to be following your path. Your life's purpose, okay? This is your mission. Following your mission. You're destined for great things, Scorpio. This is beautiful. This is a very nice reading. I really like this. Look, what's at the top? I talked about the moon card, right? The unknown. Don't give in to the fear of the unknown. Trust and listen to your intuition. Your intuition's going to guide you through that darkness. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? You're going into the unknown, but know that God is going to get you through there. You just have to have that faith and that trust. What is it that Scorpio needs to avoid? Please and thank you. What does Scorpio need to avoid? Oh my God, Scorpio. We have the Sun with the Wheel of Fortune. And we saw the Star card. Scorpio. You see what I was saying? That everything's going to be fine. That following that light. This is the light of truth. You're going to gain clarity here when you take some time out for yourself and start really reevaluating and saying, you know what, I'm feeling that spark. There's something that I need to be doing. I need to start following my calling. This is illumination. This is gaining clarity. This is understanding the light of truth. This is the light of God here. This is the best card in the deck. New beginnings. I said prosperity, did I not? You can't get more abundant and prosperous than this, Scorpio. The cards don't lie. I said whatever it is that you're being called to do, it's going to bring you a lot of great fortune and prosperity, a lot of abundance, material wealth here. Wow. This is really nice. Oops. Put these back up here. Everything wants to fall now. The sun. Okay. We have the frickin' sun here. And then we saw the moon too. So that's pretty big in itself. So yes. What did I say about prosperity, new beginnings, abundance? There is a child on this card in the Rider-Waite, and the child is naked, right? Again, being reborn, starting something new, finding your happiness again. You following your path of truth, your light is going to bring you immense happiness here. You're seeing the light now. Some of you, okay? Now, because this is in the avoid position, I do have to say, there's something about you, how you have to tap more into your inner child while you are going through this journey, okay? Again, with those limiting beliefs about yourself. And I did talk about some of you, you're worried about being a certain age and starting your life's mission, your life's purpose. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're going to start off in this journey as a child again. It's kind of, again, with the rebirth here, being reborn. And you're starting over as this child now, not giving into fear and being in tune with your inner child and having fun and loving life and not caring about what goes on in your life. You're just going to go day by day enjoying it. It's like a fresh start for you. It's like a second chance at life, like Ace of Cups. Oh, no, I don't know. I say Ace of Cups, maybe I said it for a reason. Ace of Pentacles. This is a golden opportunity for you, Scorpio, to have this, where the sun's going to be shining down on you all the time. And even when it rains, the sun's still going to be shining. You can't have flowers without the rain, right? Or the sun. Give yourself time to play. Don't let your ego get the best of you, okay? An ego could talk about how where you could be self-sabotaging. There's an unhealthy ego here, right? Or thinking that you're not capable of doing whatever it is your life mission is. Don't let your ego block you from your prosperity, your abundance, guys, your new beginning. It's a beautiful card, beautiful energy. And you don't need permission from anyone or anything to go do what you need to do. You already know what that is, Scorpio. You have to trust in that. And learn to have a lot more fun along the way. Okay? Oh my gosh, what a beautiful reading. Look, and you have another king at the bottom of the deck. You're showing up here, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You might be dealing with the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I think for majority of you guys, this is you. I'm sensing there are quite a few males watching this reading. That's what I was just told. We do have masculine energy. And for those who are females, this is about you really stepping more into your masculine energies here with regards to following your purpose and not worrying about anything at all and trusting in the process. So with this card here in the void position, with the shadow side of this guy, this is about you guys being overly emotional or being surrounded by drama or not trusting your intuition with this. I think I talked about that, right? This guy trusts his intuition. He is the master of intuition, the master of his emotions. He understands through pain and suffering comes great wisdom. He also learns how to forgive, and he has compassion because he knows that a lot of people undergo a lot of crap, because a lot of it has to do with conditioning from their childhood. And yes, that does happen. We are all affected by our childhood in some capacity, okay? But for some of you, this is really about you learning to have compassion for yourself, learning to love yourself, learning to forgive, okay? You want to have some head-heart balance here. We don't want to withdraw from our life's purpose. We don't want to back up. We don't want to back off from that light that we're seeing at the end of the tunnel. Even though you don't really have that much light to go through the tunnel, know that God is at the other end there. God is going to lead you towards there. It's kind of like utilizing more of your intuition to navigate through that darkness as opposed to literally having a flashlight or a torch, right? This is really about you going through with this, with trusting, you're mastering your emotions and your intuition. And love, too. Putting love into the situation, putting love into everything that you do. Don't focus so much on your inner feelings. It's like, again, have that balance with your head and your heart. But just have that faith and trust in God, okay? This is also about releasing this need to feel a little bit moody about things, or again, with the limiting beliefs here, it's kind of like your emotions may have been trying to get in the way too much with this ego block with following your life's purpose, okay? Again, don't let the best of your emotions get you. And don't withdraw from whatever this light is calling you towards. All right? Some of you are very artistic because the King of Cups is very artistic. There's something here with music. There's something here with design or art. I'm hearing music production. Maybe some of you play instruments. Maybe some of you draw. Maybe some of you write poetry. Some of you are very good. I heard good with shapes. I don't know what that means. Painting, drawing, design work, graphic design, something like that. It's been your passion, whatever this is, Scorpio, for a long time. And you were second guessing yourself, thinking that you weren't good enough. All right? Because you were comparing yourselves to other people. God gave you a gift for a reason. We already have proof here that whatever it is that you want to do with this gift you've been given, look at all these beautiful cards here. We have nothing but king cards and major arcana cards. We haven't clarified yet, but let's see what we get. All right? There's something here, you guys, utilizing your artistic talents with whatever this is. Trust in that. You have the Midas touch with this. You guys are very gifted with whatever it is you've been blessed with. Follow that. The Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles. Why are they here? Please and thank you. I knew it. Two of Swords. We have Two of Swords. We have the Devil. Oh, look, he showed up. Look, now the Star card literally comes out. And Justice, you guys, this is very serious. We now have 5 major arcana on the board. Oh my God. And there's a 5th at the bottom of the deck. These are huge life transitions for you, Scorpio. This is a very, very huge turning point in your life with the Wheel of Fortune. A change of circumstance. God is really getting you on your path. And I talked about like the Hangman, right? Looking at things from a different perspective. Some of you are going to really start going within and say, you know what? Let me look at this from a different angle. Let me remove myself from the chaos. Again, recalibrating your chakras is going to help you, because some of you, they're out of balance. And when you have your chakras aligned, it helps you to have them all activated and open so you can really step into your full potential. That's what allows you to really utilize that immense power that you've had within you all along. This is Pisces energy. Some of you may have Pisces in your chart, or you're dealing with a Pisces. That might be with a lot of water. Maybe some of you have a lot of water in your chart and you're very, very, there's something with creativity here, artistry. Just go within, meditate a little bit. Again, you will get those clear solutions when you get into Hangman mode. Just take a pause, take a break, breathe. And say, okay, let me get very clear about this. Again, clear solution, clarity about what your destiny is. But some of you kind of already know, but you're second guessing yourself, which is this. The Two of Swords. I said second guessing, right? Overthinking. Let go and let God, Scorpio. Surrender to the universe. Surrender to the divine, to God. You do your part, God takes care of the rest. This is also about inspiration and things that are fantastical, because this is ruled by Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, fantasy, imagination. Some of you guys are very, very innovative, very imaginative. You have a wild imagination that nobody else does, Scorpio, and you're supposed to be utilizing that with your artistic skills or whatever it is to create something masterful. Okay. Get inspired. Tap more into your inner child. Tap more into that intuition of yours, your creative, intuitive gifts, artistic gifts. We have justice. This is the truth. Clarity. Focus. Karma. Learning from your karma, learning those karmic lessons is really going to help you with reaching that destination that God wants you to head towards. Learn from your karmic lessons. You're going to see something there, and it's going to give you a really huge epiphany. It will give you that clear solution as to how. You're probably thinking, how am I supposed to fulfill my destiny? Some of you know what it is that you're being called to do. Now you're thinking about, how am I going to get through this path? How am I going to get there? When you start reevaluating your life's lessons and things, again, we have like karmic lessons there, and we have Wheel of Fortune over there. Learning from your life's lessons, it's going to help you realize some things. I did the same thing. And I talked about my past life, right? Of being divorced and being a single parent. And I realized that I went through all that stuff because I was destined to teach people, to empower people, and encourage people about that. Especially for counterparts, those who are on the twin flame journey, it's very specific for some of those, because a lot of twins who haven't been on this journey, a lot of twins who are on the journey, a lot of them were never married, never divorced, never had any children. So I know for me, my job was to empower and teach people, other twins who were in those types of, who've had those experiences. Okay, so you see, with me reevaluating what I've gone through in life helped me to understand what my purpose was. and how I was going to go about doing that, fulfilling that. Maybe that's with you guys. You need to learn more about your karmic lessons, about your life's lessons and your life story to see, okay, well, I went through this, this, and this, and I have these skills, and I know I need to do this, but how am I going to really build a business out of it or incorporate that? It'll come to you, okay? There's also, this is another recalibration of chakras card, guys, like no joke. The Star card, the Hangman, and Justice are all about balance and recalibrating chakras, okay? Getting into alignment with your purpose. But seeing the truth in what your purpose is, even if it seems foreign to you, okay? Do not overthink this. Do not second guess. The positive side of this card is finding your personal power by balancing out things within you. This is also about clearing your throat chakra. To really understand the truth, to see the truth, to speak your truth. To not be afraid of what the truth is, of what you see about yourself. This is trusting your intuition. Because if you're blindfolded and you can't see with your human eyes, you need to start following your heart and seeing things through your third eye chakra, okay? A lot of your intuition is going to play a big part in here. You starting to follow your intuition and no longer following your logical mind or overthinking this or second guessing it. Another major, we have Capricorn energy here. Maybe some of you got stuck into working a lot. I said the matrix, right? I said the devil, the material world. Getting caught up in the 9 to 5, the toxic relationships, the toxic jobs, obsessions with having to work or get money all the time. I need money, I need money, I need money to pay my bills, and like I can't do anything without money. Money is energy, guys. We can have way more of it if we learn to attract it. And when we are living our life's purpose, we are following that dharma. Watch the life that you end up living and watch what you attract, because you're higher vibrational. You can't be in low vibrational energy with this guy here if you want the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Pentacles, right? In the positive sense of these cards. You have to be high vibrational, the joy and the bliss. But you also have to tap into your inner child. This, to me, talks about adulting. As I've never read this before in my life, but this is what I'm channeling. Again, getting caught up in the matrix. You get older, you have to be an adult, and you have to have a 9 to 5 job and a 401k, and you have to be miserable all your life just to make a buck. No, it's like that Bittersweet Symphony song by The Verve. Try to find some money, then you die. That is not the purpose of us on this life. It's not. The devil makes us think this. He makes us think that we need this money all the time. We need these jobs. We need this hardcore life that doesn't bring us any happiness or vitality, or we don't get to play as children. He loves that because it gives him more power. We need to give more power to God. We need to be in our element. We need to be following the light. The light, the lantern. We have the Star card again here. I mean, this is very significant, guys. Look at all these light. Following your destiny. The light of truth, the light of God is what gives us bliss. It's what gives us a happy life and a very calming, very relaxing. I mean, yeah, you could put, you can be busy doing things, but when you're in a high vibrational state, Scorpio, you're attracting things with less effort because you know how to co-create with the universe like the Empress. A lot of you have to really heal yourselves from the devil. Heal yourselves from living this materialistic life, this living in the matrix. Okay? It's a huge change in energies here. Some of you need to start realizing you are not bound by the devil. You're not. The devil wants to think that. He wants you to think that. He wants to instill fear, thinking, you know, you need me to survive. No, you don't. You don't need this guy to survive. You don't. You need this. God, the angels, the universe, your galactic family, your mission. Your mission is going to bring you that beautiful life that you really, really want, because it is achievable. You got to follow that light, your path of truth, your destiny. You're being called to fulfill some important mission here, Scorpio. This guy is not going to get you there. This also talks about a very prosperous new beginning. One that is full of light, that is guided by the spiritual realm. Again, with the newness. See, this one has the naked person in the star card. You're being born again, Scorpio. You're leaving this life behind. God wants you to leave this life behind. The 3D world, materialism. We're not bound by this. We're not. Following this is going to lead us to the sun. A completely new beginning, prosperity, affluence, abundance. Okay. Let's see why the sun is here. Why is the sun here? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Geez, Scorpio, can you get any more major arcana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. 6, 7. Wow, you guys. These are some major life changes, transitions. This is stuff that cannot be avoided. God is really trying to get you on your path, because you guys, Scorpio, have some very serious mission here, or they really want you to understand that you can have some great abundance and material wealth, whatever it is you're being called to do. As maybe for you guys, it's been the hardest for you to really believe that. Now, these cards came in the reverse, so don't freak out about that. They want me to keep them in the reverse. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. This is trying to blaze through life, trying to do things too quickly. Take your time, okay? It takes time to grow. It takes time to evolve, right? This is slow growing energy with the King of Pentacles back here, the sun. We have flowers here, right? We can't have flowers without rain. When we plant seeds, the flower doesn't grow the next day, does it? Nor the next week. We have to give it time, all right? Don't be so impulsive or so reckless with this. Leave that behind. Just take the time. You don't need to rush into this, okay? You don't. So just make sure that you allow yourself to be patient and to trust. Again, with trusting in that, there's something here where God really wants you to take your time, okay? What else with this? Yeah, this is about impulsiveness, being too brash, taking things too quickly, all right? Take your time. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And I talked about the Ace of Wands, right? You have that spark within you. Don't dim your light, okay? You're starting to, that light's starting to glow within you, Scorpio. Don't dim it. There's something major that's happening in your life, Scorpio. Like it says, transitioning to the spirit realm. And I really do believe for quite a few of you, you guys are kind of realizing some things, and that the material world is not it. That there's something more purposeful for you here. And that is absolutely beautiful that you guys are starting to see this now. Again, it's for some, it's not for all. But there's something here. There's like a massive change happening with you, Scorpio, and this is pretty amazing. And it's the reason why we're having all of these freaking major arcana in your reading. This is pretty nice, okay? So just continue to follow that spark. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. There's lack of direction. Don't lose that energy, because you're starting to find that energy and finding a better, a more purposeful life. Okay. High Priestess and the Lover's card. So High Priestess here in the reverse is not listening to your intuition. Okay. You have to listen to it and to trust it. Even more so now than you ever did, Scorpio. You can't suppress your intuition anymore. You can't keep it all in. You can't hide from the truth, okay? No more withholding. No more being disconnected from your higher self, from God, from the higher realms. Because some of you, I'm really getting a sense that some of you were just not, you know, and I have to say a little bit of stubbornness, but look, this is not judgment on you, because I was stubborn too, okay? We all go through this. And we have to admit to that sometimes, just like I did. I was a little bit stubborn, okay? And I know sometimes for Scorpio, you guys kind of get, you know, hit with that. And it's a shame. And I talked about in the last reading that, you know, people talk about, like, they put like a bad word towards Scorpios, or they put them in a bad light. But you know what? You guys are who you are for a reason. But that doesn't mean that you can't come out of that. So for some of you, you were really suppressing your intuition, your emotions. You had a hard time trusting your intuition and following divine guidance, right? This is getting insight and awareness, intuitive downloads, dreams even. Maybe you guys have been having dreams. A lot of prophetic dreams maybe, and you're like, what the hell is this? Like, I don't really believe in that. I don't really think that this is true, or this is my purpose, or whatever it is. It's time for you to come out of this, Scorpio. And I did say some of you are very psychic. Some of you may have Neptune in Sagittarius. Check your chart if you haven't already. If you do, Scorpio, this is a very significant reading for you, okay? It doesn't mean that it's not if you don't have Neptune in Sag, okay? That's not what I'm saying. But if it is, if you do have this is very, very significant, okay? They're really telling you to pay attention to this. So some of you were not really tapping, didn't believe in the higher realms, right? Because this is spirituality. This is like the higher self, okay? Sacred wisdom and inner knowing. These are the Akashic records, okay? Don't suppress this. Allow yourself to overflow with these intuitive messages that you get, these downloads that you get, and trust in that, because that is God speaking to you. And then the Lover's card. And I talked about the number, I don't know if did I do 6? Because 4 plus 2 is 6. And I was thinking balance, harmony, and peace. I don't know if I said that. But here's the Lovers in the reverse. Okay. This is talking about making very significant, important life choices. Some of you are afraid to make this choice, and following your inner guidance and following the light, following your higher self, because you've never done this before. As said, it seems foreign to you, because of all the programming that has been placed in your brain. And you are now going to move away from that. Again, transitioning to the spirit realm. That's why don't hold back. Don't suppress this. This is a spiritual realm. You're being called to that with the High Priestess card here. There's like trust issues with this in the reverse. Not trusting your higher self. Not trusting your intuition. Again, you have to trust. You have to have faith in that calling that you're being, that purpose you're being called to do. This is also being disconnected from the higher realms again. This is also being disconnected from your higher self, but disconnected also from making the right choice for you. Choosing love, but choosing to do what you love, all right? Because this Lover talks about making significant choices, a very important choice to make. This also talks about misaligned values. Some of you think you're following these values, or you think they're your values, but they haven't been working out for you. They really haven't been making any sense to you. You may have been following the values or thinking that you need to do something because of what society told you, because what was programmed into your brain, because of what everyone says that you think you should value, okay? A lot of you are realizing that it does not sit well with you. And there's this major change in your life. Again, major sudden changes, turning points, a change in direction, and starting to realize that I'm not in alignment with what I value. Lover's card also talks about being in alignment, and in the reverse, you're not in alignment with what you truly value. You're not in alignment, or God is telling you not to be out of alignment with what you value, or with your true purpose. For others of you, that may also be talking about how with a soul connection here, it's like you want a deep soul connection or a true love here, but some of you may have not believed in that. It's kind of like you need to believe in the impossible. All right? That there is a deep soul connection here, a deep divine love. But when you get in alignment with your higher self and you start living your Dharma, your life's purpose, you start to attract that into your life, okay? Make the right choice. You know what it is, Scorpio. You already know what that is. You got to follow it. That is going to bring you the sun, your abundance, that new life you've been wanting, a much more happier, freer life. Okay? Just watch. Your life is going to shift quite drastically. Oh, I forgot to show the bottom of the deck. We have another king, you guys. Look at this. Holy moly. It's another king. It's the King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe you got fire in your chart. Maybe you're dealing with one of these signs, but it doesn't matter. Because this, it talks about don't have yourself lose that energy. This guy in this position lacks energy or lacks experience. What was I talking about? Some of you think you don't have enough experience. I said do not believe that. There is no such thing as an expert here. There isn't. There's too much to learn. There is too much growth to be completed on this earthly plane. Too much evolvement, okay? Things new are discovered, new things are discovered every day, right? If you're an expert, that means you have no room for growth. There's no room for innovation. There's no room for this inner child to come up with these crazy ideas, right? Because sometimes children, they're not bound by conforming to society and being afraid of what everybody does, or they're not fully stuck into the programming of the world, right? They're kids. You have seen the imagination of children, right? It's fascinating. It's fascinating what they make up, what they think about, right? That's what God wants you to tap more into. Because if you think you need to have experience to do something, you need to be an expert to be successful at something, you don't. Because God has already given you that gift. You have the King of Pentacles here already. You already have the Midas touch, Scorpio. You are already good at what it is that you do. You do not need a certificate. You do not need a degree. You do not need somebody to validate that, because God is the one who already knows that you're good at what you do, because God gave you those gifts. It's like what I'm doing now, right? I didn't have prior experience in this. I don't have a degree in spiritual advisement or tarot. I don't need that. God gave me this gift. That's all I need to know. For those of you who are thinking that you don't have enough experience to do something, it's bullshit. Do not believe that in yourself. Again, you are very psychic. You're very intuitive. You have very special gifts, Scorpio. That's all you need. And again, with the King of Wands, don't try to control things. Okay, some of you are starting to realize that that's not working out for you. Do not try to control things. Make sure you just go with the flow, and you go by trusting your intuition. That is what is going to get you to your success, your prosperity, all that good stuff. All right, let's see what your guidance is for this week. What guidance do we have from Spirit for Scorpio for this week? Please and thank you. Spirit guides and angels, thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Spirit, how do you want me to receive? Take the first two? Okay. Wow. Forgiveness. Congratulations, you're being given one of the most powerful superpowers there is, forgiveness. Imagine that you've been bitten by a radioactive forgiver. The point is, you suddenly have the ability to forgive people for their flaws, their bad days, their unkind moments, and their mistakes. And the best thing about forgiveness is that you can apply it to yourself too. Have fun wielding your new power, but remember, with great forgiveness comes great inner peace. Cancer got this too. Oh, wow. Peacefulness is here. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and troubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos and is not invited. My heart is special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it and I can get my security deposits back. Let me go back to the King of Ghosts. I don't know if I said it already, guys, but I was thinking this. I don't know if I said drama. If there's drama surrounding your life, let that go. Okay, let that go. You need to find peace. You do not need to live your life surrounded by drama or people who cause drama. Maybe you need to forgive those people. Maybe you need to forgive yourself too, Scorpio. Forgiveness clears the heart chakra. The heart chakra needs to be completely balanced and healed in order for you to attract a bunch of great fortune and abundance, because healing your heart chakra, opening that up, is the gateway to having everything. And forgiveness is very hard for some people. I understand. I had to learn that, but it is possible. God forgives us for every little stupid thing that we do. Because we are God within, we have the capacity to do the same thing. And when you have a hard time forgiving, what happens? You still feel a little resentment and anger, right? We talked about that. I said, be careful with having that in your heart. That's going to block other things from coming into your life. That's why you don't really see many people living on easy street or living the life of their dreams, because there's a little bit of darkness in there with the resentment and anger because of what somebody did to them. We have to let that go. It happened in the past. We're blocking ourselves from an amazing life if we still can't forgive. The heart chakra has to be completely unblocked. With whatever this is, we also have to forgive ourselves. It's hard to do, guys. I know. But I've learned that. Because God forgives me for everything. All the mistakes that I've made. So I should be able to forgive others too. Because we know we're not human, right? We are not human. We all make mistakes. You've made mistakes. I've made mistakes. I don't care who you are. But every single person has made one mistake one here or another. Some very serious ones, but they're dealing with stuff that we don't know about. Sometimes we don't understand what they went through in childhood and it made them the person that they are. But we have to let that go. We have to heal that heart. There's a lot of chakra healing. I keep saying that. Ancestral pattern healing, relationship healing comes with that too. If we can't forgive, we will never have peace. We will never feel at peace. I would hope that most of you would want to feel at peace with yourselves and with this person, whatever this is, as opposed to having that bitterness. Because it doesn't make you feel good, right? Anger and bitterness and resentment, I don't like those feelings. They're just, oh, they're icky. It makes my heart darker. And when that happens, well, when it used to happen, I was blocking true love. I was blocking my abundance. I was blocking myself from having a blissful life, and all of that cleared, and now everything's fine and dandy, and I feel so peaceful in my life. And again, that's why you have the peacefulness card. You want more tranquility in your life. No more drama, no more anxiety, no more craziness going on, no more chaos. Any person or thought or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. Do not let that into your energetic space. Okay? Bottom of the deck is friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. All right, Scorpio, let's see what is coming to you with regards to love. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is coming to Scorpio with regards to love? And that true love can't come in if you can't forgive yourself or others, guys. That's just how it works. It's just how it works. Addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. Maybe you're dealing with somebody who has addictions, or they're codependent, or you're codependent on them. There's obsessions. There's somebody who is very controlling. It could have been where, if you're dealing with somebody like this, Scorpio, they had a childhood that was like this. Okay? There's blocks here. There's restraints. Yeah, I'm seeing some of you, I talked about blocks, right? True love isn't coming into some of your lives, Scorpio, because there are blocks here. Some of you may have codependency issues, or your person has codependency issues. Whether it's you or them or both, Scorpio, this is affecting your love life. Okay? And maybe this has to do with forgiving. All right? If there's a past love, or whether it's a parent or a significant other, even a friend, because it doesn't have to just be with love. You can love friends and love parents and have romantic loves, right? They're telling me it's all around. Maybe you're having a hard time forgiving somebody, but it's because of this. Until you learn to forgive, you are going to continue to attract people who have codependent tendencies, who are possessive, who are controlling. Okay, that's how it works. Photograph, looking at your photographs, missing you nostalgia, make new memories. Somebody misses you a lot. You miss them a lot. Maybe you're reminiscing about the past. You're looking at their photos. They're looking at your photos. Both of you are looking at photos. Yeah, some of you are nostalgic about certain things. And that's why it's like, you know, I wish I was a kid again, or I wish this, or maybe some of you need to go back and look at photographs and remember the good times. Again, there's something about being a kid again. With the Six of Cups energy, with this card. You remember what life used to be like? You can have that again if you tap into your inner child and you just... The kids, they lived carefree, right? The kids are like that. They're not worried. They even forgive each other, right? You know, sometimes, oh, I'm sorry. And they see the kids hugging and kissing, you know, whatever, and they don't even care. You know, they forgive. We forgive the kids, do we not? If we're a parent and they do some silly things, we're quick to forgive them, right? Why can't we do that with adults? Think about that one. Make some new memories, guys. Do something fun. You know, I'm looking at this with the sun and the water here. I'm talking somebody's drawing or artistic or something like that. There's an autograph here. I don't know. Somebody's looking at an autograph from a famous baseball player or famous somebody. I don't know. That came out of left field. Yeah, you miss somebody a lot. Somebody misses you a lot. You're really reminiscing about the past here. But make sure you don't get too stuck in the past. That's not going to help you. Boat. Receiving what you need. Progression. Arriving. Moving on. Closure issues. See? Forgiveness. You will get closure if you learn to forgive, Scorpio. Both yourself and whoever this is. It's going to help you to move on. Because you need to be more at peace. And without forgiveness, you cannot be at peace. You'll be, that sail, there will be no wind in the sails. That boat's just going to stay there on the ocean. God is trying to get you to receive what you need, not what you want. And apparently I'm hearing some of you need forgiveness. Some of you want justice, but what you really need is forgiveness. Oh, that's interesting. The Justice card is here. I just heard that. That's for somebody. If you continue to seek justice and try to be vindictive or something, Scorpio, it's not going to help. It'll block your abundance, right? There's what ego blocks, right? Something like that. Okay, let's see what your wellness tip of the week is. Okay. It will be crazy if the Learn to Forgive card comes out, because that's going to be a very significant message. All right, Scorpio, let's see what your wellness tip of the week is. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. Please reveal to us for our highest good. Ooh, we got quite a few. Huh. Make a decision. Two of Swords, Lapis Lazuli. I think I said ground yourself, did I not? Hematite. Ground yourself. Aventurine. Create your own luck. Bottom of the deck is Recall Your Dreams. Lepidolite. This is talking about paying attention to your dreams and having a dream journal, right? I was talking about that. Remember your dreams. You're getting a lot of downloads and insights. And some of you are like, no, it's just a dream. No, it's the higher realm speaking to you. That's how that works. I know. It's kind of crazy. Trust in those dreams that you're getting, guys. You're getting a lot of downloads and insight in those dreams. A lot of solutions to things. Luck starts with you, Scorpio. Simply by changing your energy, you have the power to shape your own fate. The first step is to align your thoughts, beliefs, and energy with what you want. Once you are fully aligned, you can attract the opportunities you desire to accomplish your goals. Like a magnet, you can set yourself up for the best possible outcome in any situation. Your luck is not a coincidence, it's your own creation. Do you believe you are lucky? What area of your life could use an infusion of luck? How can you stay open to opportunities? Say these affirmations 3 times a day for 7 days until they're lasered into your brain. If you need to say them more than 7 days, then go ahead and do so. I am a magnet for good fortune. It's right there. It's for you. You have to align yourself with it. At the end of the day, identify one lucky thing that happened to you. Hematite. When was the last time you walked barefoot outside? Joining with the earth in this simple fashion can help you feel grounded and connected. Define what stability feels like for you so that you can create that sense of security for yourself even during the most turbulent of times. For most of us, self-discovery is a lifelong endeavor, but stay true to your core values, to what makes you you. This is how to become secure in your career, your home life, or any other aspect of your world, physical or spiritual. Consider what self-care methods would help support a solid foundation. What was I talking about? Foundations, so that you can devote energy to other areas of your life. You can have roots and still fly. King of Pentacles, be grounded. Has something rocked your foundation? Do you feel grounded? Affirm, I am grounded and connected to the earth. Today, stand tall, close your eyes, and visualize yourself rooted in the ground. That does help, guys. I do that every morning and before I do my readings. I gotta make sure I'm grounded. All right. Lapis Lazuli. Decisions. We spend so much time trying to avoid them. There is a time to be thoughtful and contemplative, and then there is a time to make a choice. Avoid the trappings of staying in limbo and commit to the decisions you make. Your inner wisdom will guide you, but it's up to you to see your choice through. Let go of your need for a backup plan or escape route and trust that you have made the right decision for you. Invest yourself fully in your choices. You can always change your mind, but you have to make up your mind first. When do you struggle to make decisions? When are you afraid to commit to your decisions? What can you do right now to make good choices? Affirm, I am committed and decisive. Today, make a decision no matter how big or small and commit to it 100%. Do not get into this, guys. Yep, some of you are you're having a hard time making that difficult choice. You gotta make that choice. You know what it is. You know what it is, Scorpio. All right. Let's see what the new moon in Scorpio is bringing you. Oh, Scorpio. You got new beginnings and stuff coming in some capacity. Intense moon, guys. Make sure you stay grounded during the new moon in Scorpio. That's what I'm hearing. All right. What is the new moon in Scorpio bringing our lovely Scorpios? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. You're very close to achieving your goal, the gibbous moon. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Wow. The bottom of the deck, wow, guys. Be bold to make the first move, the cardinal moon. I'm going to read full moon in Gemini first. About making decisions, I'm sure. This card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth, but remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you need may well come soon. The issue you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away from being resolved. If you're inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message. Least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. As metaphysician Florence Scovel Shinn says, your word is your wand. You create magic in your own reality every time you express yourself. Have an important conversation, but stay calm. Don't be superficial. Someone's trying to flirt with you. Have you noticed? You need to laugh off the situation and just move on. Job applications have good prospects. It's too easy to say too much, so mind how you go if you pull this card. This card can also indicate an enjoyable social event, since the full moon in Gemini is a great time for socializing. This card also augurs well for any study you're either taking or considering. Let's look at the gibbous moon here. Where's the gibbous moon? The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want, though you're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense, so don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know there's a fuse attached to the situation, so be careful if you choose to light it. I know that I'm on the right track. Now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. All right. This card suggests it's a very ripe time and a very ripe situation to go do whatever it is you are being called to do. Be bold and make the first move, Scorpio. Do it. Do it. Okay. Let's get your super attractor card. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. There's a moonology card in here. Hold on. Maybe it's another message for you. Your commitment is being tested. Okay. Scorpio. All right. Let's see. How are we going to close out Scorpio's reading? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. How would you like to close out Scorpio's reading? Whoop. Directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. What's working for you, not against you. Again, high vibrational energies, guys. Bottom of the deck is, it's good to feel good. Again, about vibration. When you're feeling good, good things happen. Again, with the aventurine card, you create your own luck. If you're feeling like crap, if you're feeling angry or resentful and things are not working for you, that's because your vibration is low. You gotta elevate it. You have to feel good about things, about life. All right? Direct your focus on what's thriving, not what's not thriving. Okay, that totally changes the game for you. All right, Scorpio. Well, if you would like a personal reading with me, please check out the description box below. I have direct links to my services there. I do not book readings via email, okay? I have my own booking system on my website. You can go to capellawellness.com, check out the service suite. I do offer live readings. They're underneath the personalized reading section of the service suite. If you're a counterpart / twin flame, I do coach other twins. So if you're interested in those readings, they're underneath the light counterpart reading section of the service suite. If you would like to book more than one reading where you can save money and you get a free bonus reading with a package, go check out my tarot packages page, okay? You can schedule your readings whenever you want. You don't have to do them all at once, okay? You get to choose when you want those readings on the calendar, all right? And then I will get those videos out to you, unless you want them live. That'll be different, okay? If you have any questions about anything, about my services, about me, about whatever, please send me an email, okay? The email address is in the description box below. All right, Scorpio, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today. Always, I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.